China Girl. Bowie's just finished his world tour here in the San Francisco area, and we spoke to him.
The logistics of putting these things on is not really much different than making a film. The crew is middle budget movie. And except the travelling, of course, is, I mean, setting up a different location every day. But so that side of it is I'm quite familiar with to a certain extent. With even my past tours had quite a few people on them. That's why I never made any money on them. But I've always had a lot of sets and bits and pieces to be carried and shunted about. But the people and the crowds, I find it really good playing outdoors. There's more oxygen. You can hit better notes. And funnily enough, you can actually make it kind of intimate with these television things. The video screens are great. I mean, they've changed concerts completely. And I bore that in mind when I designed the show, that it worked also for television as well as for stage, knowing that we were going to have these big diamond vision things. So if you get a good crew on, I mean, they can make it look like an MTV video or something. MTV's a video channel in America.
On stage for the final Toronto performance of the 1983 Serious Moonlight Tour, David Bowie,
I think in America, more particularly, the Americans, there's a line the Americans won't cross. It has to be a certain conformity to things before they'll allow that to take a place in their hearts or homes. Whereas the English will embrace eccentrics, and always have done.
Do you consider yourself an eccentric?
Not a little. not really. No, well, certainly the Americans I am, but I'm not sure that I'm really considered eccentric in England. Sort of a bit pushy, probably. The only thing that I really think that was really important about what I did was allow theatrics to take a greater part of the stage than it had taken before in rock. I mean, everything else is just sort of a particular and personalized style, but anything that's a trend, if anything else, that I started was the idea of making it as visually interesting as it could be musically. But I think that's just a recurrence of, I mean, there were a lot of bands in the 60s that were doing very theatric type things. Mine was just a 70s adaptation.
But I'm hoping to kick Britain's light and it's glowing, 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 glowing. Ashes to ash and funk to funky. We know Major Tom's a junkie, strung out in heaven's high, hitting an all-time low.
You've just made Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence. What did you think of it?
I think it's a wonderful film. I think it's my favourite bit of work that I've been involved in, next to Nick Rogue's Man Who Fell to Earth, which is my other one. I think those two are just about the best things I've done so far on film. And I think as pieces of work by the directors themselves, I think they're really excellent.
It got sort of mixed notices.
Oh, sure.
But what do you think of, well, an American reviewer said, David Bowie has got a wonderful acting career ahead of him. Unfortunately, it's still ahead of him. What do you think of comments like that?
Yes, naturally.
It is quite nice, isn't
Very
it?
cute, very cute. Well, I've not seen the English ones yet. I've only seen the American reviews, which again are split down the middle, I think. Over here, it's even more extreme. It's I think, people would really adore the movie, or they absolutely loathe it.
There was once, every 5 years, That's all.
I'll be back. If aren't flowers again. Cross my heart.
Not guilty. I'm not a criminal. I'm a soldier of His Majesty's Army.
You must tell us your past history.
My past is my business.
We knew that we had to throw ourselves into Oshima's vision, I think, of what he wanted to say in terms of the sensitivities of the men involved. And I think we accepted his particular view of the morality when we accepted to do the movie, when we read the script and said, yes, we'll do this movie. If we had any other opinions, I think we probably would have turned the movie down. So it was an accepted premise for working, that we understood his vision. It's not my vision, but there again, if that were the case, I'd be doing my own film. But I wanted to be part of his film and his vision.
You've been interviewed millions of times. If you were me, what question would you ask yourself?
What do you carry around in your luggage on tour?
And what would you answer?
I have no idea. I haven't been able to get to the bottom of my suitcase in weeks.